Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? So today Rockstar has actually posted some new info on the next GTA online update, and we're going to be reacting to this. I'm going to let you guys know what I think. There is a trailer here. If I don't have the trailer up, because I'm about to react to it, I'll put a little notification down below that it got copyrighted, so that's the reason I might not do an actual reaction to the trailer, but I will read the Newswire and tell you guys in detail what I think about this update. So let's take a look at the video here for the trailer. The update looks decent for the most part, I actually think this is a step in the right direction. I know they're going to give us the IAA missions, which are new content, but that's probably going to be just like a, it's probably going to be similar to the casino storyline, probably going to be like a few missions with cutscenes you complete, or maybe like the Dr. Dre contracts, probably going to be a few missions with cutscenes you complete, but the bulk of this DLC is going to be adding new stuff to each of the roles. Like, in roles, I mean like, biker, CEO, gunrunning, and after hours. But anyways, I think that this is a step in the right direction, because the thing is, a lot of the activities, and some people might complain about this and they might say, oh, I want new stuff, I don't want them to update old stuff, but I actually think updating old stuff is a step in the right direction, because a lot of these activities that we do are getting really repetitive. I mean, how repetitive is it getting constantly selling MC businesses, doing post-out missions, how repetitive is it, constantly selling the bunker? How repetitive is it collecting the crates? I don't think I need to explain how repetitive that is. So when they add new stuff to each of the roles, that's going to add new activities in free mode. And the thing is, you're not going to be stuck doing one activity, because the problem with GTA updates a lot of times is that you're constantly doing the same thing. So they add like one new business, and then you're constantly grinding that new business, grinding it until you get bored of it. And then eventually, like, you've memorized every single business, and like, you're not sure exactly what you want to do. And so, like, it's a perfect example of like bikers. Bikers came out, people kept playing that like crazy. They kept doing that over and over and over again. And bikers had a lot of content. We kept running the MC businesses over and over and over again. Import-export came out. We kept running that over and over and over again. It was just that one thing everybody kept doing. But now with this update, there's going to be like, four new things. New gun running things, new biker things, new CEO things, new nightclub things. And so, like, not everybody's going to be doing the same thing. So it's going to make the world more diverse, especially in free mode. So I definitely think that that's a step in the right direction. You'll see something in the nightclub here. Somebody getting thrown out here. CEO, but like, this is just players meeting up here. In reality, this never happens. People never, they never actually like meet up like this. This almost never happens. This, I think, is with the CEO. This is something to do with the CEO right here. Some kind of new crate mission. It's on the docks. I'm gonna read the Newswire when I react to that a little bit. There's this truck, I don't know what that could be part of, but then here we go, we got bikers. Now, bikers is probably my favorite update out of the four, between CEO crates, after hours, gun running. Bikers is my favorite one out of the four. So, I'm really happy that bikers got new stuff, but and this is probably not gonna happen, but I really want to see like a pool table. I actually really want to see a pool table in the biker clubhouse, because that's like one of the best things. Like, when you think about bikers hanging out at a clubhouse, you think about them playing pool. It's probably not gonna happen, but you can only wish, right? So this is, again, like some kind of biker mission, something. They're stealing something, they're using the saw. This is from the, this is the same animation that they used in the, Tuners update. There was a mission with that. So stealing some kind of crates here. And, and there's no mention of Smuggler's Run with this, but I'll mention that in a little bit. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Okay, this thing. This has me, I don't think this is necessarily new content here, because if you look at this, this is the background for the Doomsday Heist. So this is Doomsday Heist Act 3, and this is the most annoying enemy in the game, these guys. The reason they're so annoying is because they're juggernauts. They have maximum amount of health, and they got miniguns. This Avon's like stupid robot, like minigun guys. However, this is not from Doomsday Act 3. This looks like it's actually in free mode, and I don't recognize this helmet. So that's the one thing that has me a little concerned. This is probably part of the IAA storyline. That's what I think. This is my best guess. This is actually part of the IAA storyline that they're adding. But I actually was not a fan of a lot of the Doomsday missions personally. I know some people might like them, but I was not a fan of a lot of them personally. July 26th. Let's take a look at the Newswire now. The criminal enterprises coming to July 26th to GT Online. The southern San Andreas economy is in crisis. Gas prices have spiked to their highest levels in decades. Retail supply chains are in turmoil, and on top of it, ferocious heat wave is gripping the state. Executives, bikers, nightclub owners, and gun runners are making the most of the chaotic conditions. Meanwhile, the sudden spike at the pumps has caught the attention of the IAA, who suspect the corrupt Duggan petrochemical family are rigging the system in their favor, and they're going to need you to help them put the pieces together. So this is a troll, when they're talking about the gas prices, what's going on in the real world right now. But they're mentioning the Duggan petrochemical family. This is not a coincidence. The Duggans are a very rich, powerful, corrupt family from Texas. They are the same people that actually bought the Diamond Casino Resort from the Chang Triads. The Duggans, Avery Duggan was the leader of them, but then you killed him. And his son took over the casino. I'm trying to remember what his son's name was. But there's this is the exact same family, and I actually hope that the son actually appears in the storyline this time, because the thing is though is that one thing that kind of disappointed me about the casino heist is that we never got to see the Duggans' reaction to the casino constantly getting robbed. Like in Cayo Perico, what Rockstar did amazing is that you got to hear Rubio's reaction. Like Rubio got pissed off, like when you kept robbing his island, you actually heard Rubio rage. But we never saw the Duggans' reaction to constantly the casino getting robbed. So hopefully we actually see the Duggans in the storyline here. Hopefully it's not just some like few cutscenes and we never see them again. Maybe we'll actually kill them this time. So we'll actually see. Criminal Enterprises is a sweeping update bringing new missions and upgrades to GT Online, including significant expansions of business prospects for criminal careers, plus new elaborate contact missions with players operating as a sworn-in agent for the IAA, and much more starting July 26th. So that's the IAA storyline, and the way they describe it with contact missions has me a little bit concerned. I really hope we get an actual cutscene story, not like you go over to an area, you kill a bunch of enemies, and you deliver a package. That's like kind of boring. Criminal Enterprises also delivers highly requested experience improvements while giving players more choice in how they climb their way up the criminal ranks. Players will earn increased payouts across a wide range of gameplay, enjoy experience improvements, and more, with new modes, vehicles, collectibles, and special events dropping all summer long, including new showroom floors where players can test drive or simply purchase a range of new vehicles on the spot. Okay, so this is what has me interested. Expand your businesses. Following the launch of GTA 5 on PS5 and Xbox Series X, and the standalone version of GTA Online earlier this year, the Criminal Enterprises addition to GTA Online grows and evolves the world across all platforms, whether you've entered GTA Online via the Career Builder, on the latest generation consoles, or you're a seasoned kingpin. The Criminal Enterprises offers an assortment of exciting new updates for entrepreneurs of all kinds, and no matter which criminal career path you've chosen, all business activities, including cell missions, will now be available to play in private, invite-only, and crew and friends sessions as part of the Criminal Enterprises. Okay. So this, I think, is probably going to be the best part of the update, honestly, even though the update has a lot of content in it. The fact that you're able to sell in private sessions, this will reduce the griefing so much in GTA Online, so much, because the griefing is just so bad, and people have to glitch out public lobbies that are basically solo, because a lot of times it's dangerous selling in public lobbies. I still would probably sell in public lobbies just because I like the extra bonus. The bonus I'm talking about is you get a 1% bonus per player in the lobby. If you sell in 30-player lobby, you get a big bonus. But the question is, will selling an invite-only session be a decrease in payouts? That's the question about it. Now, we know we're not going to get the player bonus, obviously, but is there going to be any cut to the actual payouts? That's what I'm a little concerned about, but this is, I think, a step in the right direction. People have been asking for this for years. It took Rockstar only 6 years since the CEO Crate updates came out to be able to finally sell in invite-only sessions. So we're actually going to be doing that, but but there's one thing that's not mentioned here. It says all business activities, so I hope that means you can buy supplies, and you can also buy crates in invite-only sessions, and source import-export vehicles, because that's, I think that's important. Executives. So this is a picture of the CEO here. Let's see. Those who own an executive office will notice new staff manager Lupe ready and able to help source additional special cargo. Okay, so we got a new character for your empty shelves. A new side gig will also open up for executives, where a shipment of special cargo will arrive daily outside your warehouse, packed and ready for delivery to the docks. So we saw like a few boats earlier in that trailer. We saw them getting chased by a helicopter. We saw somebody diving underwater. I wonder if that was because of the CEO update. Plus, 2 new sources of special cargo will be added to the mix of source missions, increasing the variety of missions available to white-collar criminals statewide. I really hope that means... Now, what I mean by this is that businesses, when you're sourcing the crates, one of the most annoying things about crate missions, and I think a lot of people can agree with me on this, is that I would not mind the crate business, and I would do the crate business so much more if you could actually pick up 3 crates at a time. Like, sometimes you'll get, like, vans, like, vehicles where it's, like, the 3 crates inside, but it's so annoying, like, especially when you get those annoying missions, like helicopter missions, where you gotta shoot down the 3 helicopters, and you gotta pick up the crates, or you gotta go out to sea, get the 3 crates at sea, and then take them back to your warehouse, and you're doing this solo. It's back and forth, that just it gets really annoying, and then some idiot comes on over, blows up the other 2 crates while you're delivering it. That happens a bunch of times. So hopefully there's something like that. I mean, I wouldn't mind paying, like, even $25,000 for, like, 3 crates, honestly, as long as that they would always be in a van. If I didn't have to pick up 3 crates at a time, I wouldn't mind paying a little bit more for the crates, just so that I can always have a vehicle. But anyways, bikers. This is the part that has me the most excited, so let's see. And my new character that I made on GT Online is mostly like a biker character, almost level 200 on him, probably going to use him for this update, but bikers. Clubhouses with the custom bike shop are getting an on-the-house upgrade where MC presidents will be able to modify clients' bikes to specifications and deliver them to customers for GTA money and RP. Okay, this is good. This is good. I like that. So similar to like the auto shop, but this time for motorcycles. So, you know, we customize the motorcycle, deliver them to clients. A new way to make money with bikers. I definitely like that. Really good. Bikers will also be able to bolster their street cred and bottom lines by completing 2 new clubhouse contracts. Okay, that sounds cool too. Posted on the meeting room wall at the clubhouse. And you might notice patrons hanging around the bar in your clubhouse. A bar resupply mission will keep the kegs tapped and the clientele happy while earning a little extra income for your MC. Does that mean more passive income for the MC? Does that mean the clubhouse will generate money like the with a safe now, like the nightclub? That's what it seems like to me. But there's gonna be patrons around the bar. So wonder what that resupply mission would exactly be like. And hopefully to increase the payouts on the clubhouse contracts, because contracts never really paid that well. They were okay, they weren't terrible, but hopefully they increase payouts on the contracts. Gunrunners, and is this a new gun? I'm trying to think right now. This might just be a skin for like this might just be a skin for the previous assault rifle. I could be wrong on that, but it looks to me like the M4M16 M4M16 variant. I just don't I don't really customize like the cosmetics on my guns much. I just get the scopes and the actual upgrades, but I don't customize the appearance, so I just could be wrong on that. Just letting everybody know. Ammunition has heard that you're all about resupplying quality goods at a fair price, and they want it. Make a daily delivery to the designated ammunition store for an additional source of revenue. When stocking your bunker, you'll come across 2 new resupply missions, so be sure to rob those new targets for all they're worth. 2 new resupply missions. Well, I probably won't be doing this because it's way worth buying supplies for the bunker instead of doing resupply missions, but that ammunition mission does seem interesting. And players will also be able to call Agent 14 from the road to increase their research progress by sourcing data from a well-armed mark. Well, that seems good, but the problem is most people already did their research. I hope that when you can call Agent 14, you can just buy supplies at the same time. That'd be nice. If you can just call him and just say, buy supplies. I wish there was an option for that. And also, when they say in-game day, what they mean is every 48 minutes. Every 48 minutes is an in-game day. So when they say every day, they're talking about every 48 minutes. That's what the Newswire is talking about for people who don't understand. Nightclub owner. So here, we got a picture of the CEO or MC, whoever's leading the nightclub, and throwing somebody out. So it looks like new nightclub missions. Nightclub owners can contact Johan. Johan is one of the guys that you actually pick up for the night after hours DLC. He's one of the guys. I think Johan is the guy that works underground. Yeah, he is the guy that works underground. He's the one that works like the illegal part of the nightclub business. Take on missions to source goods for their nightclub warehouse. Okay, so we can now source cargo for the nightclub warehouse. That's cool. Okay, so you don't have to rely always on business battles and passive income. So now you have business battles, passive income, passive cargo being produced, and also you can actually refill it with Johann's missions. I like that. Or launch Tony to call club management missions. Good also. We don't gotta go back to the nightclub and the arcade. And I think. Can you start popularity missions from the Terabyte? I don't think you can. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But that's a good thing. It allows us to start these missions without being in these places, so we can just call Tony. Can call Agent 14. I think that's a good thing. Let's see. 2 new club management missions have been added to the roster, giving you new ways to promote your above-board operations. Okay, so they're making the missions more diverse. Meanwhile, inside your club, you'll be able to maintain the vibes by ejecting troublemakers and chaperoning passed-out VIPs to safe locations off-site. Okay, and hopefully you get some kind of reward. Like, because it's gonna really suck if Tony constantly calls you and tells you that there's some unruly patron at the nightclub and you have to throw him out. I don't mind that, but as long as you get, like, a reward. If it's like where they tell you that somebody's being annoying at the nightclub, they're drunk, they're harassing people, and you don't get a reward for it, but if you don't stop them, your nightclub popularity suffers or something like that, that might be a bit annoying. But I guess we'll see. Go undercover in Operation Paper Trail. The profits from soaring gas prices all seem to be flowing one way in the pockets of the most notorious oil-rich dynasty in the Los Santos area. The IAA smells of a criminal conspiracy. Agent ULP will be in touch with the new Operation Paper Trail, commissioning 1 to 4 players as sworn agents to investigate the local petrochemical magnates Duggins to see if they're the invisible hand behind the spiral of oil prices. Okay, now, this location right here, this is actually a reused location. For people that don't know what place this is actually in the, this is actually that motel that's in Sandy Shores. You can only go in there during missions. It also appears on TV in one of the TV shows. I'm trying to remember the name of the show, but it does appear on TV, and it's like a motel where trying to remember, in the casino heist also, in the preps, when you have to get the key cards from one of Duggan's guards, sometimes one of Duggan's guards will be in a motel. And that the same interior also spawns in Los Santos, but the interior is originally from Sandy Shores. And here on the bed, that looks like a drone that we have on the bed right there. Get behind the wheel of new vehicles. There will be plenty of new ways to cut between points A and B in the criminal enterprises. With new vehicles arriving throughout the summer and beyond, 2 new Imani Tech eligible vehicles will be available to take advantage of special upgrades from Franklin Clinton and partners, an expert hacker, including remote control, missile lock-on, jammer, and more. The Imani vehicles, I think it's definitely a good thing that you can't lock onto them, because it's that's one way that's already been done, I guess, to kind of, minimize the Oppressor Mark II, but it still, doesn't fix the problem, but there might be something here. There will also be new tuners vehicles in Benny's original Motorsports, expanding its capabilities to work on additional vehicles. Meanwhile, How is keen to get to work on existing Classic with a brand new ride coming later this summer for those in the latest generation of consoles, plus an assortment of new and deeper customization options on several OG vehicles, some of which you may already know, that will give you a new look and new lease on life. Now, this for me personally, doesn't interest me that much. I'm not much of a car guy. I like motorcycles way more in GTA, so maybe they'll hopefully add some new motorcycles eventually, but if you're a car guy, I think you'll definitely like this. Increased payouts and other improvements. In addition to all the above, be on the lookout for a comprehensive list of new gameplay experience improvements coming to GT Online, including a reduction in the effectiveness of the Oppressor Mark II's homing missiles and countermeasures. Okay, definitely step in the right direction. Definitely good. An easier way to replenish health during firefights. That could help. That could help tremendously when you're doing some certain heist missions and you're losing health really fast. And more convenient access to snacks and armor and much more. Okay, we'll see how that works. But about the Oppressor Mark II, something needs to be done about that. The GT Online has been broken for nearly 4 years now because of the Oppressor Mark II. What I'll say about the Oppressor Mark II, my theory on this, what I think this is it's the same thing that I've been saying for years. And basically what I've been saying for years is how to fix the Oppressor Mark II and keep everybody happy is make the Oppressor Mark II be able to lock on to NPCs. Make it so that... Excuse me, I'm sorry. Make it so that the Oppressor Mark II can lock on to NPCs. They can lock on to cops. So whenever you use the Oppressor Mark II during missions, you can lock on to cops, you can lock on to MCs. You can lock on to NPCs, I'm sorry. But if you do that, but then you also do it at the same time where you can't lock on to players, when you can't lock on to players, I think that will be the right balance right there. Because the thing is, I hear people defending the Oppressor Mark II. And when I hear them defending the Oppressor Mark II, oftentimes they will say, oh, I use the Oppressor Mark II for grinding. I don't use it for griefing. I shouldn't have it nerfed because some people use it for griefing. Well, this is the solution right here. You make it so that you cannot lock onto players, but you can lock player vehicles, but you can lock onto NPCs during missions, and you can lock on the cops. That way, people who use it for grinding can still use it for grinding, and then people can avoid being griefed. This doesn't mean that people aren't going to be able to hit you with manual missiles. So some griefers will hit you with manual missiles. This happens oftentimes when you're on the ground, and they constantly keep flying around in circles, and they try to bomb you. This takes way more skill than like somebody locking onto you. Most griefers don't have that skill to be able to manually hit with the Oppressor Mark II missiles. They're so stupid, and they rely on the lock-on for everything. So I think that'll be the solution. But if anybody complains about my like solution, not being able to lock on the players, but still being able to lock on the NPCs, like cops and enemy gangsters, I don't know why anybody would complain about that. If you don't want it, if you want to use it for grinding, that'll be the perfect solution. Anybody that complains about that, in my opinion, wants to use it still to be able to kill players. The criminal enterprise will also include several changes to the economy, including permanent boosts to raises and adversary mode payouts, increased payouts for the original heist and the Doomsday heist, bigger payouts for bodyguards, associates, and MC members, and more. Okay, good. This is good. Also, right here. But I'll tell you, race and adversary mode will probably just be doubled, but I think it should be tripled, honestly, because very few people play these anymore, and, like, Arena War should be quadrupled, like, the payout that gives you. And heist, the original heist are just not worth the time and money anymore. Like for example, Prison Break, you'll put all that work into Prison Break, you gotta get 4 people together, and what is Prison Break? I think the payout's like $200,000, correct me if I'm wrong, or something like that, and I think it's split between the players. It might be a little bit more than that, but it's still so insignificant. Like, you could do a payphone hit like every 15 minutes and make, like, in 30 minutes, you could make the same amount of money that you'd make in the entire Prison Break heist. So, these heists need a serious payout increase. They need a payout buff. They really do. And bigger payouts for bodyguards, associates, and MC members. This is really good because this is going to encourage people to help other people. So when CEOs and MCs ask you for help, more people are going to be encouraged to help because they're going to be paid better. And when I see MC members pay, I really hope that the contracts pay out better too. But this is what this is probably going to be is payouts. So for a lot of MC businesses, when you help them sell, typically you get like $35,000. When you help sell like the document forgery, you get around like $18,000 for helping the sale. So increased payouts on sales. I don't think it's going to be like Red Dead Online, where Red Dead Online, you basically earn half of the sales, so whatever the person sells, you earn half of it. That's for the trader business. So I don't think they're going to do it like that, but I do think they're going to have a pretty big boost in the MC members' salaries. And for bodyguards and associates, it's probably going to be boosted, instead of like $10,000, probably going to be boosted to $20,000, which is probably going to be pretty good. But also, I think that bodyguards should get a payout every single time you help them deliver crates. So every time you help like a CEO deliver crates, you should get like $20,000 or something like that. That would help people that would encourage people to help other CEOs collect crates, because one of the things that players hate helping other players with is collecting crates. A lot of players don't mind helping people sell, but people really hate helping other players collect crates. I don't blame them, because you barely get anything for it. So I think that if you give some players some kind of incentive, some kind of pay for helping other players collect crates, this will encourage the community to help each other more. So I definitely think this is a step in the right direction. Look for more details on the new gameplay and balancing changes at the Rockstar Newswire and the Criminal Enterprises launches on July 26 across PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and PC. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the update. I'm excited. I think this is a good update. I'm still pissed about Red Dead Online. Don't get me wrong. I'm still really angry at Rockstar, but, I do also like playing GT Online, and, I am generally excited for this DLC, and, if this was, like, something new, I probably actually honestly would not be that excited, but the fact that they are updating all of the other roles, that makes me really happy, and I'm so happy that we finally get new biker stuff. That actually makes me happy, puts a lot of joy into me, and so I'm in a much better mood for that, so I can't wait to play the new biker stuff. Don't worry, I will cover everything in this update when it comes out. I'll cover all the new stuff, but I'm really excited to cover the new biker stuff. That's what I'm excited for the most. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful day.